Hey, this is A-Rod with OGEconomics.com. Today's March 15th, 2023. And today I want to talk about Credit Suisse and what's going on with the bank right now. If we take a look at, starting off with the stock first of all, this is a monthly chart. You can see here right now the stock is at $1.97. It's down 21% today. But if we go back to the history of the chart, going back to 1995, you can see that the price is at an all-time low. And the reason that I'm bringing this up today is because this is a chart of Credit Suisse's credit default swaps. It's a 5-year chart. Now, a credit default swap is basically insurance protecting you from a default of the bank. And so when we look at this chart here, you can see price currently is $983.66 for this contract. If we would go back to 2018, and we can see price, got maybe as high as about 110 in 2019, went to about 150 2020. So you can see this range here. And then finally we get into 2022 and we start moving to the upside. 209 on the high here. We've got about 299 on the high here. And then you can see really starting in November and moving up gradually, and now we're getting this blow off to the upside. So what this is suggesting to me is that we're now at the end of the scenario with Credit Suisse in terms of they're either going to find a way out of the problem that they're in, or Credit Suisse as a company is done. That's what it looks like to me. And so the reason I say that is if I just look at this chart, not even considering that it's a credit default swap, I'm just going to look at it from a chart standpoint. We had a base for about 4 years, meaning that at a high, on a high range. By the way, the CNBC charting tool sucks. We had a high in the range of about 128 until we get to right around June of 2022, and then we start breaking out above it. We had a bump here to 210. We had another bump here to 299, and then we have this huge blow-off top move. Now, a blow-off top means that you've reached the, close to the highest peak that price is going to experience. And then what we would normally see or normally expect after a blow-off top is that price starts collapsing to the downside. But what this says to me is that because this chart has blown off to the top, then we're going to get a resolution one way or the other. It's either going to get bailed out by some entity, and I don't even believe the Swiss can bail this bank out. Possibly it's going to be in cooperation with the Fed. That's if that even happens. If it doesn't get bailed out, then we're going to see Credit Suisse out of business, but then it's going to have ramifications across the entire universe. So this is not a good thing to be saying today that one way or the other, Credit Suisse is going to get resolved. And in my opinion, I don't know how they can resolve it as it currently stands. And I don't know enough in terms of their asset mix. All I'm looking at it from a standpoint of a chart, and the price movement is suggesting that this is going to come to an end shortly. And it could blow up the entire banking universe based on who's got exposure to Credit Suisse. So I'm just bringing this up to make it, to make you aware that aside from all the news stories out there about they're trying to sell off assets, they're trying to get Middle Eastern investors to come in, a lot of that is just noise. If we look at it from a standpoint of how much are people willing to pay for an insurance contract on Credit Suisse in the event that they default, is at a huge premium right now. And that is not going to stay, meaning that it's, as I mentioned, there's going to be a resolution one way or the other. This is not going to keep going up and up and up and up and up. I think we're at a point now where there's going to be resolution. Failure or bailout, both scenarios are going to have ramifications. We can talk about it at a later time. But right now, I'm just bringing your attention to the fact that there's a lot of people betting big money that Credit Suisse is done. So that's my opinion. If you got any value from this, please like the video, share the video. And if you have any comments, leave them down below, and I will respond as quickly as I possibly can. Thanks very much for your time. Have a great day.